Welcome, young scientists. Remember back to the time where you didn't know how to ride a bicycle? You didn't know how to place your feet or how hard to pedal. You didn't know where to place your hands or how to adjust your steering. Well, these are all skills I'm trying to teach my 2-year-old son, and I used the design and engineering process to help. As you can see, I designed a device that included 2 ropes for steering. Then I used a rake to push the trike so he could practice pedaling. This is a prototype that was used using the engineering and design process. In this process, we design a prototype, then test the prototype, then evaluate the design. After designing something, it is important to evaluate it to see if it is better than other designs. For this purpose, we use a tool called a decision matrix. I used the decision matrix in another thing I engineered recently. This is the Yas notebook. I named it after myself because I built it by cutting some old folders, buying a few parts from the craft store, and constructing it just the way I like it. It works better than any other notebook. But don't take my word for it. Let's use the decision matrix to objectively evaluate how it compares to other notebooks. I'll compare it to a 3-ring binder and a spiral notebook. I think a good notebook should have some requirements. For my requirements, I decided it should be compact. Why carry around a bunch of blank, unused pages, right? I'll rate each notebook on its ability to be compact on a scale of 1 to 4. It should also fold back so it does not take up space on my desk. I'll evaluate that with a yes or a no. It should also have clear pockets to display my class schedule. That's also a yes or a no. I should be able to add pages if my teacher gives me a handout. That's a yes or no question as well. I should have inside pockets, and I can rate that as a 1 to 4. The most pockets will have a 4, and the least will rate as a 0. And lastly, it should be able to hold computer paper, folder paper, or graph paper. That can also be evaluated over a rating system of 1 through 4. As you can see, a decision matrix has the different designs on the left, and then the requirements of the good design across the top. A spiral notebook is pretty compact, but if you buy one with 100 pages, you will lug around all those pages around whether or not you use them. So I gave it a rating of a 2 out of 4. A 3-ring binder is big and bulky, but the Yas notebook gets the highest rating because if you just place 10 pages in it, for example, it will only be as thick as 10 pages. The spiral notebook and the Yas notebook are the only ones that fold back. In the yes or no scoring system, a 1 means yes and a 0 means no. The 3-ring binder and the Yas notebook are the only ones that have an outside clear pocket, so that's a no, a yes, and a yes. You can't add more pages to a spiral notebook, but you can add pages to the other 2. The spiral notebook has no inside pockets, so I gave it a rating of 0. But the 3-ring binder and the Yas notebook both have 2 pockets. I gave it a rating of a 3 out of 4. They don't have the highest rating because it could have more pockets if you wanted. The spiral notebook only has lined paper, so I gave it a rating of 1. But you can add computer paper or graph paper to the other 3-ring binder and the Yas notebook. I gave them both the highest rating, a 4 out of 4. When I finished rating my requirements, I totaled the scores. I saw the spiral notebook had a score of 4, the 3-ring binder had a score of 9, and the Yas notebook had a score of 14. From the decision matrix, you can see that the Yas notebook is indeed the superior notebook. I can now verify that the design I made is in fact the best design based on the requirements. Now it's your turn to use a decision matrix. You have a great tool at your fingertips. You can use a decision matrix to evaluate your design against existing designs, or you can use it to make comparisons between a few of your own designs. You can even start designing things for yourself or others like tricycles or notebooks. Stay curious, and remember, science is everywhere.